Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Diamond Painting and Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good day. I am working on birds and flowers that I got from Joy Sunday. It's an 11 count and I am using 2/1, sorry. And we're working on these leaves. I haven't worked on this in a while. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good weekend. It's been kind of crazy last 24 hours, shall we say. Oh yeah, it was special. Oh my gosh, you won't believe the stuff that has happened. So, yesterday I went to work, just like normal, and it was snowing real lightly. No big deal. So, I was there maybe half an hour, and it was starting to get slick out there because, I mean, there was a slight breeze, nothing, too bad, but it blows across the snow, and of course, that can cause ice, and I just came up where it went down. Isn't that special? So anyway, and then a car smacked into another car in the parking lot, and that guy drove off. Then the people whose car well, they weren't in the car. It's like he pulled up beside it and just kind of smacked, like swizzled into it. Yeah. He drove off. And then about 20 minutes later, we find out that there was an accident down the pass. So the pass was closed. So the people whose car got hit, they couldn't even go. So they had to sit there for a while, and we gave them we got the license plate and all that stuff. And that guy that had hit the car had headed down that pass. So, we thought, well, we'll just let them deal, right? Okay, time passes. I hope I'm telling this right. Some days I can't tell a good story. Then, all of a sudden, the highway patrol pulls up, and there's nobody else there. Now, it's kind of quiet for a while. Pulls up. I mean, this is a long time past. I mean, it was after like 7 o'clock by the time they got there. And I thought they do a drive-through once a night, and, kind of, unless you have a problem. And just kind of wave at you to make sure everything's okay. I thought that's what he was doing, but no, he parked. Then another highway patrol and 2 sheriff vehicles pull up. I'm like, oh my God, now what? So he comes in and wanted to know if I'd witnessed the accident and blah, blah, blah. And he gets the telephone numbers he needs. And they hang out for about, 15, 20 minutes. And then they all leave. And then the wind started. We must have had between 50 and 75 mile an hour winds. I mean, it was blowing the snow straight across. I never seen such a horror. I mean, it looked like my idea of a hurricane. It was just horrible. And that continued. Now, see, mind you, I was there until 10 o'clock. So, time passes again, and about 8 o'clock, the lights went out. I mean, everywhere. I mean, it was pitch black all the way across the street. In my store, I had people in the bathroom, because now they're coming from Denver, and they'd all been traveling like 6-8 hours. And, oh my God, it was horrible. That wind did not let up. My trash cans are blowing away. And you wouldn't think that those, I mean, they're fairly heavy. It took a guy and I to move it towards the side of the building where the wind wasn't blowing. It was all we could do to get it there. Just kept blowing and blowing, and the lights went out, and then the boss came over, and we got all the machines back up, because that's what I was afraid of. And it just continued on until 10 o'clock. But we had the lights did come back, I mean, They went out twice in, say, maybe a 10-15 minute period. It was special. So special. So she goes back home. And then the place across the street, it's like a, what do you call it? A truck stop, because they have a place where truckers can park and all that. And they don't have a restaurant or anything. And the pizza place that I used to work was right across the street, so they were open. And, oh my God, it was just one stupid thing after another. It was just a horrible night. And they had, the truck stop across the street had to close because when the power went out, their stuff didn't come back completely. So they couldn't even open the register. They couldn't do anything. So they closed, which left us open because we got back up and running. I mean, within like 15-20 minutes, and it, didn't fail anything. I mean, I was sure that crap was, the canopy out there over the gas pumps was going to leave, but the wind just kept blowing at a full gust for like the rest of the night that I was there. So I kept having customer after customer, and I couldn't get my stuff done. Oh, it was just freaking special. Just special. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I can't get the light close enough here, so I'm just kind of pointing it in this direction. This isn't very big, and as you know, this is the one that I decided to put the outline everything in black. Oh yeah, special times. So no, we haven't been back to this for a while, but I just felt like doing this instead of beaded cross stitch. I did work on my peacock last night. So anyway, back to my story. I'm sorry. I had a sparkly squirrel. Sorry. So I finally get all my crap done. And before, see, I had another lady with me until 7. But before she left, she'd said, well, go get your car and park it over here close, so you can just get in your car. I'm like, okay. I had to scrape and scrape and scrape because already, see, there was ice formed on the car. And it had snowed just enough, to put like about an inch of snow on there, But the rest of it was ice because it had been fairly nice, I mean, it was starting to melt. Oh, God, I had to scrape all that off and put my car there. And I had to have her open the door because the door was froze shut. And, yeah, oh, my God. It was horrible. It was just horrible, horrible, horrible. And when I got ready to leave, there were still people crawling up this pass to get, to our town, coming at me. And when I got on that road, it was nothing but ice. So I only live like 2 blocks away from where I work. So I was just thrilled sick about that. I didn't even let the car heat up. I just got in it, cleaned off the windshield, cleaned off the back window, and we're done. Yeah. Skidded home, so to speak, because it was a skating rink. And I did not envy those people. Some people had said they'd been on that road, which usually takes, now mind you, it only takes about an hour and a half to get down to the main highway in Denver on a normal day when there's not bad weather. And it took these people almost 9 hours to get there, to here where I was at. That's how bad it was. And I thought I was never going to get out of there. I really didn't. It was, sorry, don't mind my mess back here. It is what it is. I'm not going to apologize for it, but got to get hold of my needle. So, yeah, it was an interesting night, and people trying to get, they'd had their Thanksgiving, they're trying to get home, or they came in on a plane from Denver, and then they rented a car, see, and they were going to drive to wherever in the state they were going. Oh, yeah. No. It made me so glad I lived there that I didn't have to do anything. Oh, yeah, but go home. And I went home, and about, where's my thingamabob? Oh, here it is. Looking for my threader. I stole a needle from someplace else because I don't know where mine's at here. But I'll put it back. I should have some. They're just buried. I need to clean this table off. But when I got home, I was there maybe about an hour, and the electricity went off, I think once, after I got home. After I reset all the clocks. Yeah, that was special. So, and I quickly, as soon as it went off and then came back on, in about, I'd say a minute or two, what was I going to say? I made a pot of coffee because I thought, well, and then I cleaned a sauce pot in case I had to heat coffee up that way, but it never went out again. So, just be prepared. Just be prepared. I am not being without coffee. And about 12:30, I finally decided to go to bed. I couldn't take any more. It had just worn me out. Just absolutely wore me out. So, there's two colors there. Dagnabbit. There's a purple and a gray and an orange. So that's the whole story of how my day went yesterday. It went like from yay to right down to south. Just totally south. In a real heartbeat. I've never seen that wind blow like that, ever. I mean, short of Houston, when I lived there, when we were having backlash from hurricanes, but no, never saw that. I've never seen snow do that. It looked like we were in the sub-Arctic. So, it was a day for the books. But, I hear the plows out there today. Hopefully they'll get some of that ice scraped off. Molly, hush. You really don't want to go out. And my whole porch looks like somebody threw water on it, and then the wind blew across it. So there's ice all over my porch and my stairs and everything else. So I'll be lucky to get to my car. My car is nice and cleaned off, but we'll see how much of that melts before I got to go to work. It's only supposed to get to like 25 degrees, so we'll see how that works. And they said that we were supposed to have some more wind. I don't know if it'll be as bad as it was last night, but it just kept blowing until I fell asleep. And I had the fan on, so I didn't hear the wind blowing. That kind of wind kind of bugs me. It's not tree noise, because we don't have any pines right here. But it can just keep me awake for hours. I love this because it's got the, what do you call it? The key all along the bottom and part of the side over there. And it's really easy to see. This one, we'll call it a partial, because all you do is the flowers and the leaves and stuff. But, so it's fairly easy to work on. I don't know why I don't work on it more. So, oh geez, yeah, it's been special around here. Oh, I don't want to have to go looking for that. I'm going to get the other green, though. Let's see. Purple is 23. Okay, so the orange is 16. But it's such a nice and well-stamped thing. It's not real difficult to see or hard to stitch. So, I don't know. I don't know why I don't work on it. It's beautiful, and it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. I got this. It is a Joy Sunday, and I got it from Amazon. God, a few months ago. there's an unboxing somewhere. Believe me. What are you doing, Molly? Jeez. She is just being flaky today. She didn't want to stay out there too much this morning, because most of the yard is like icy snow. Because the wind blew so hard, it blew it right over the top of where she'd cut a path. So, we'll just start right there. I don't know what that other color is. It'll take me 20 minutes to find it over here in my stash. I got the stuff all in baggies, but here's all the colors. There are 43 colors in this. So there's quite a few. And so we'll have to figure that out. I should have put it on one of those rings, but I never got that far. You're lucky I got it in the plastic baggies. But we will see. And the kids are so ready to go back to school. My daughter's just about 6 jumps ahead of a fit. She's like, I'm done, I'm over it, I don't know what I'm going to do during Christmas. I'm like, yeah, I know, 2 weeks. It's like 2.5 weeks because they're keeping them out of school a little bit longer because the high school kids are going to get a new high school. And it won't be done until that point. So we'll see how much they get done. Or if that even happens or transpires. But they've got them off until after the new year. Like that first week somewhere. So, yeah. Christmas vacation ought to be just peachy. But, other than that, nothing's going on in my life. I think that's, like, totally enough for everybody. Gotta get my thimble here. I keep it there. Because this 8 o'clock, oh, hell with it. I gotta get a medium one. That's a large, and it doesn't fit my finger anymore. That didn't work. We'll just deal with it. I don't know what I was saying. I have no idea. It just went totally out of my brain. But, not much else going on here in town. I think they're having a parade next Saturday for December, you know, the Christmas parade thingy to open up Christmas or whatever the hell they do around here. I don't know. It beats the heck out of me because I never get involved, and going to see Santa Claus was like totally enough. The first year we went, my granddaughter, who's 4 now, was like a baby, and we had to stand out in the freezing wind and cold to get in or wait for Santa Claus to show up, and I was like, I am done with this crap. So I haven't been since. But I was not real pleased that the kids had to stay out in the cold because they had it at such a small place. You know, they were just kind of trying to file people through to get the picture with Santa Claus, you know, and do the Santa Claus thing. And of course she screamed anyway, so yeah, it was kind of a wasted trip. But they filed them through and out, so they didn't have any place. They did it at a, what do you call it? A real estate place, and they just kind of had a loop, you know, where you went through, and so about 20 people got to stand inside while the rest of us stood out and froze. And oh yeah, it was stupid. So I don't know what they did in years past or after that or whatever. So I don't know. Sometimes I think they have crazy ideas. Oh, it's like, where did that thing go? So, other than that, not much else happening until Christmas. So, my daughter got all her crap put away from Thanksgiving, and I don't know when she'll put the Christmas stuff up. I haven't even decided when I'll put the Christmas crap up, because something's got to give over here on my table, because that's the table that I use. And so I will have to put a few things away. I use that cardboard table to put the Christmas tree and set up my little village around the tree and stuff. And that's all the decorating that I do. And because I don't have any place to hang anything else or whatever, so I'm not much into decorating, period. It's never been my strong suit, so as long as I get the tree up, I figure I'm doing really good. And nobody comes, you know, I mean, the kids during Christmas vacation will come, and we'll do our little artsy craftsy adventure for like one day. But that'll be about it, just to break up the monotony in the Christmas vacation. So we'll see when that transpires. So, yeah. Those leaves are turning out pretty good. You can see what I'm doing here. It's just hard to work on. I haven't worked on my sampler or yin and yang and anything. I've been just working on the beaded cross stitch. Let me get it. Whoops, sorry. Sorry. You knew I had to hit the stupid thing. So I've been working on it. I got all that done, that little swish there. Started on that. And I haven't made too much progress down. I'm coming down the side of the here and trying to get these blues in there. Didn't work on any of this part, but it's turning out beautiful. I just love it. And I like working on it. I can sit, and sometimes that's just all I want to work on. So I don't have to drag this out. It's fairly wide. Hang on. Put that over there, so because it's so soft and limp. I don't know what this thing is. Let me look here. See if we can measure the whole cloth. It is 73.5 centimeters. And then this, okay, so just a minute, hang on, which is 29 inches across. So I think it's square. And the whole pattern is 25 inches, which is 63.5. So, and it has like a border like this all the way around, so it's fairly wide, and it's kind of hard to hang on to. So I should put it back on the dealie, you know, the scroll thing. I just wish I had a stand. I know, so that's like I said, I have some ideas for, you know, when I get to be rich and famous again. I wish it'd hurry up, because I'm really sick of being poor. I just want to get through Christmas, actually, you know. That, to me, that's more important than the stuff that I buy. I want to be able to get stuff for my grandkids for Christmas and that kind of thing. So, that's more important, because they're only little so long. And since I have 5 of them, 2 children and 5 grandkids, jeez Louise. So, sorry. I was out in that wind yesterday. Oh, I was all stuffed up. I can't hardly talk. So, but there, got that. I don't think I can find 14. I don't know. Ugh. I keep thinking I just reach in there. I know it's got to be another green. But, you know, finding it in 40 colors is something else. I might have gotten to the bottom. I keep hoping. Oh, hell. No. Let me pause you just a second, see if I can find 14. Alright, I'm back. I found 14. It's a dark green. It looked dark green on that, but, you know, as we all know, that doesn't happen sometimes. Sometimes the colors are way off from what they actually are. So, that's kind of how that goes. See if I can get 2 strands out of there. Then we'll do the center pieces. Get my green out of there. Get the thing, because heaven knows we're going to need it. It's a nice little needle. It's the one off the Tiger. And so it's nice and short. I've been using that long one on the beads. It's kind of hard to get used to using a small one. So, I don't know, I might work on this like part of the time. We'll see. You know me. I'll have this out for 2 weeks and then nothing. I won't want to work on it or just think it's too much. But it looks easy enough to stitch, you know. It's all cut and dry. So, been watching a lot of Floss Tube and different tubers that do cross stitch, and some of them are so out of my league. You know, it's like, no, that won't happen. But it sure is nice to look at pretty work and the pretty things that they're making, and you know that damn well that won't ever happen. It's like memorabilia on steroids, and they're all using that stupid I call it lame thread. Oh God, you couldn't pay me enough. It's got to be 10 times worse than the silk craft that I was using. So, and it acts the same. I watched somebody stitch with that, and I'm like, yep, I know exactly where you're at. But she was just she wasn't going very fast, because God knows you can't go fast. I think they call it blending filament, and they call it Kreinik. So, yeah, but it looks like lame to me, and there ain't no way. I used that stuff before, and it's a pain in the butt. It just crinkles up to who wouldn't have it. You couldn't pay me to do enough to do an entire project out of that crap. Oh, no. No. There's just so much frustration, and it's supposed to be fun, not frustrating, and it's not supposed to be hard. So, but I guess if you got used to it, I'm kind of getting used to the silks, but I wouldn't say I'm in love with them. Not at all. So, I gotta get that. Sorry for my reaching back and forth, but I gotta put the scissors, they're kind of slickery, and they slide all over this canvas. I got this canvas, you wouldn't believe, like, nailed down with the beads from the beaded peacock, and, ooh, that's pretty, and, unbelievable, and my bottle of Jergens, just to keep it from rolling, because I've had it rolled up for a while, and I used those, I'll show you a little one, whoops, sorry, you knew I had to hit it again, these to hold the ends so it wouldn't roll down in my face. So that's how, it's just awkwardly square. I mean, if there's such a thing. Sorry about the computer, I forgot I left it on. So, yeah. So, we're just playing. I couldn't find a Christmas pattern that I liked at all. You know, for something small to do in a counted cross stitch. And so I've been kind of hunting, what do you call it, between AliExpress and Amazon. I figured Amazon would get here faster, but, you know, so we can kind of forget that, because I don't have a needlework, I'll call it a needlework store at all within 100 miles of this place, which is kind of sad. Now, they might be tucked into places I don't know about, but no. Haven't seen any. And they used to have one up in Leadville, which is only about 35 miles away. But I think that place closed years ago. She was maybe 10 years older than me, so I guess she decided not to be in business anymore or whatever. She used to do machine quilting for people because she had one of those great big machines. And also it was a needle store, so you could find all kinds of goodies and yummies, and she had lots of fabric. Oh, it was just beautiful. I could go in there and just drool all over it. Oh, yeah. Because at the time when I was living there, I was doing quilting. But just gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics to make all kinds of stuff. Yeah. And I don't know. I know she had like DMC flosses and stuff like that, but it wasn't very big. And 90% of it was like quilting. So, but I can get my DMC floss from this sewing store here. And they also carry the sulky threads as well. And some of the metallics, because that's come in. But they don't have a big, huge surplus. So, we'll have to see. And that's going to be my project, my big project for next year, is to do one of those great, it looks kind of like this because you do little motifs and stuff. That's the way I want it. I don't want it to be a full cloth. So finding all that, sorry, and putting that all together is my next year's project. I'm kind of frothing at the bit right now because I want to get it together, but not knowing what we're going to do. So we'll have to wait and see. But thank you guys for joining me and putting up with my blabbering today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell. And that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Y'all have a good rest of your weekend and a good rest of your day. God bless, and bye-bye.